the beautiful, the savage, Drea Matteo, a legend. I love her. I have watched everything you're in, from The Sopranos to Joey to Sons of Anarchy, and I got to tell you, you hit the jackpot. You were just tremendous. You were
Oh,
tremendous.
thanks, Joey. You know
You had Jackson,
they call me Uncle Dre. I know people call you Uncle Joey, right?
right?
They call me freaking Uncle Dre.
Why is that?
I don't know, because I'm a filthy savage. Well, you
Okay,
said
then I.
savage.
What was I saying? Did you ever go to an acting class? Yeah, right. You went to an
um,
acting college.
I didn't start out with it. I grew up with my mom, who's a writer. She was a playwright, and she taught writing for years at HB Studios. So I used to have to sit in her writing classes because I didn't have a babysitter on certain days, and I had to listen to her teach writing. So I learned how to act listening to her teach the writers because it's kind of the same thing. You want to keep everything moving, keep everything active, kind of thing. But then I went to NYU Film School because I hated theater because I grew up in it. So I did the fuck you anti theater and went to film school, but never to act. But then later on, years later, when I stopped being so freaking shy, I took an acting class. I took a couple. I
How
learned how
did
to
you
act
land The
on The
Sopranos?
Sopranos. Yeah, The Sopranos
You
was my acting class.
That was some acting class.
That was my acting class. It's my real
That
act.
was that was a hell of an acting class, my friend.
Oh my god,
And that's acting 101 right there. You were
it's
with the best.
It's true. If I close my eyes, I think you're Vinny Pastor.
That's crazy, isn't it?
I don't even
We
have to close my eyes.
we just met recently. We met about 4 years ago at a movie premiere, and we didn't even say nothing to each other. We just hugged each other like there was
Okay.
nothing to say. We've been hearing about each other for years.
Well, that's how it is between us, us weirdos in this business. It's
Do
like
you
we all
still
know.
Vinny? Do you still see him at all?
I saw Vinny last year. We gave an award at the MTV Awards.
Okay.
Um, and when we were trying to get him to do our podcast, the Gangster Goddess Broadcast podcast, it was hard to get in touch with him. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this guy. I'm bringing Joey Diaz on, and I'm gonna say this is big fucking pussy. Because if I can't get in touch with this prick, I'm fucking just gonna do that, and that's it.
Well, I know he teaches an acting class, doesn't he?
I don't
With
know. I think he does.
yes, yes, Monday nights he used to. When I came here a year ago, he was teaching an acting class with Silvio's wife.
Oh, really? With
Yes,
Maureen?
yes, on
I
Monday
didn't
night
know that.
somewhere. And I was tempted to go. I was in town few weeks. I would have paid to drop in just to, sit in there, but I
Yeah.
didn't get all the information. They never got to me in time.
Oh, he's awesome. But yeah, he's supposed to come on our show. Now we finally got in touch with each other. But now we're taking a hiatus, so I'm on your show instead.
That's it. This is why I love you. Now, The Sopranos ended. You went to Joey.
I
That
crawled
lasted a
there.
that lasted a couple of weeks. And then how did you stumble on Sons of Anarchy?
It's funny. I was just telling that story. Joey was a couple of years. I didn't really want to do Joey because I didn't want to be typecast back then. I was real, precious about being an actor instead of just being an actor who's actually good at talking like this for a living. I was good at doing that. But Joey dissolved pretty quickly, even though back then we had millions of viewers. But because Friends had 17 million viewers, we had 14 million viewers. That was low. Today, if you had 14 million viewers,
Forget
that's
about
a
it.
yeah, that's a kick-ass show. But yeah, we had such high expectations, me coming from Sopranos, him coming from Friends, that nothing was measuring up. But we definitely partied hard and had a fucking fantastic time. Um, Sons of Anarchy was because of John Lenson. he's a producer. His dad is Art Linson, and they brought the idea to FX. And with the idea, I was just playing a tiny cameo who dies in the pilot. That was it. And I was like, yeah, of course I'll do that. It'll be fun. I'll die. I'll OD while I'm pregnant. Why not? That sounds freaking awesome. And then they asked me if I would stay once I said I would do the pilot. And then John and Art Linson were no longer a part of the project, and I ended up staying a little bit, but then I walked out because FX wanted to cut my pay in half. And I was like, you can't offer me pay me one thing, and then a couple of weeks later tell me, so we want to cut your pay in half. So I declined and went and did Desperate Housewives instead. And then I became a fan of the show, and I called Kurt and I was like, dude, I'll come back for nothing. Let's just do it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's tremendous.
Yeah, it was
And
just
you
it was fun.
and you were there till the end. You rode out into the sun with Jimmy Smits, another
Yeah.
killer that you were around.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
in the end they had to pay me though, because I was never available when they wanted me because I came in and out a lot on the show. But in the end they were like, we need to nail you down as a series regular for the final season. I was like, are you kidding? They're like, yeah, because you never in one city. As long as I know that you're going to be here in LA, we'll just have to nail you down. I was like, well then okay, then you got to really pay me this time. So
and they hooked you up, and you made history again. What a great finale to that! What a great finale to The Sopranos. I mean, just two iconic shows, man.
yeah, it was pretty cool. Dead and then alive. I
Yeah.
survived in the end.
When you look back, your head must explode.
Uh, my head is exploding now in this friggin' quarantine and not having worked for a year. I wasn't working purposely for a year before it, thinking I would definitely work the year after. And now we got stuck in this and I haven't worked in a while. So I'm feeling it right now.
And you have children?
Yeah, I'm a single mom and I take care of
Wow.
everything, take care of it all by myself. So it's, I work, I only work when I know I have to pay for stuff, so I haven't worked in a while. And now I need to pay for stuff. So I'm fucked.